How's it going by, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance with me, Noble. Now, the location you see right now that I'm at, let me bring that back up. Right here is the location of VI. That is the treasure map that'll bring you to this location. Now, you'll see that in the woods here, there is this like weird kind of, looks like it might have been a fire pit of some kind. Got a lot of sticks, I guess, that were drying out. Probably coal burners by the look of the material behind it, but there's a hard lockpick right here. We're going to go ahead and open this up. Seriously, I am loving what the game designers did, because this, for those who saw my episode 10 episode where I was doing the what mods to get and stuff, this bypasses it. You don't need that mod anymore. Unfortunately for the mod designer, that's the case, but I'm liking this. It gives, before there wasn't these little rivets, these little revolver cylinder looking parts in it, and you didn't know where you're aiming at. So now I can just look right there and say, okay, I'm trying to keep up with this spot. If I lose my spot, then I get right back on it. I love it. They did exactly what the mod did. Looks like we got a sword, fair knots, a groschen, lucky playing knife. That sounds nice. I haven't really played since that one episode where I was forced to play. Recipe for Lazarus potion. Don't know what that is, but we'll find out. Silver ring and Noble's dark shoes. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I realize I got to keep a Noble outfit, because if I talk to Noble folk, I need to look presentable. So I will be trying to keep a separate outfit for that such occasion. Speaking of which, I'll go ahead and drop that Noble boots in here so I don't accidentally sell them off. Yeah, put that in the horse. Now, the second location is actually nearby. This one I had to look up because, as we already discussed in the last episode, or maybe it was the one before that, I was looking for horse armor. And apparently this is the only known spot for horse armor right here. And since I was already coming here to do the map, I decided to come here and do this one too. I got a couple local locations we'll be doing on this one. But as you can see, the horse has body armor and head armor. But apparently no one online has even found the body armor yet. They've only found the horse head armor. And someone on a forum was discussing the fact that at the current time that this game's taking place, horse armor was not common. It was around, but it was expensive and rare. So chances are horse body armor is probably just as rare as the head armor. And you just got to get lucky, and somebody's got to find it and say, here it is! You know, if you've watched the movie... what is that movie called? Ready Player One. It's like we're looking for the Easter egg. Everyone's trying to find the horse armor, you know? But, yeah. Now, it recommended saving because you can fall to your death, because that's apparently what happened to the horse. It fell to its death, and you gotta climb down the sheer cliff in order to claim this armor. And if you fail, you die, so we don't want to do that. And this is already getting pretty steep over here. Young Henry, please do not die. I'm going to leave my horse up here. I'll call for it when I get it. Once I know I'm close, I'll save it. Oh, I'm totally betting this is... Ooh, wow. Okay, yeah, we're going to save now before I get any closer. Thank you, game. Yep, there it is. That right there, folks, is a dead horse. And apparently he's wearing the helmet we're looking for. So once again, looking on the map, if you want the horse helmet, this is the spot you got to get to. I'm a little off right now, but from Chest VI on the map, if you're getting the loot from that location, just walk on over here and get it. So... yeah, give me a minute. I'm going to try and get down there without dying. Oh, man, I will fall to my death here. Third time's a charm. I hope. I'm going to try and go a little further down the cliff this time in hopes that I don't fall to my doom as easily. I jumped and got catapulted backwards. That was weird. Crap, 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 crap. Ow. So yeah, I've died 3 times so far trying to descend this cliff. Come on. It's not that steep. Your grandmother could climb better than that. And she was probably at the town when it burned down. Question is, am I at it, above it, or below it? I feel like I'm below the spot I need to get to. Oh, I'm here. Okay. So, yeah. I went a little, for those catching up now, I fell down to my death twice over here. So I came down here, kind of got hurt coming down here, and then walked across. So there is a little bit of a plateau you can fall to. But as you can tell by my injuries, I'm in kind of bad shape. Both of my feet are pretty busted up. And apparently this horse fell into a giant falcon nest of some kind. That is a huge-ass nest. It's big enough to hold a horse. Maybe it was a Pegasus. And there it is. The head armor for the horse. Pretty nice. And a noble bridle. Which is cool, because I didn't have one. I just had a standard. Whew. There's a dead chicken up here. What were you two doing? Nah, probably the chicken was brought by the bird that, you know, lived in the nest. Now the question is, how do I get all the way down? Well, we'll find out. Everybody, I am back. We just got into this location. If you look on the map here, just after Ledechko, which we've been to already in the other episode, this is where that other chest was. So, ironic. Where the accident is, you come down here, just past the blacksmith and grindstone and stuff, and this tanner. You'll see this farmhouse come over here, and there's an interesting site right here. And looks like there's a bag at the base of the tree, which is our next treasure. And that should be VIII. We got a Basset Keplevar. Not sure what that is, but it looks like a bug face helmet. Fashionable slippers. I'd much rather have my Dark Noble's shoes, thank you very much, but these are probably more fashionable. 406 groschen. That's cool. A necklace. I haven't had a necklace yet. My character has been necklace this whole time. So it probably helps with, you know, fashion or whatever. Odd die. I guess it's odd. Oh, I bet it lands on odds. So it's probably weighted. Dollmaker potion. What the heck is that? I'll have to figure out what that is. Spiked Warhammer. Do I already have one of those, or am I using a different Warhammer? Nope, I'm still using a Spiked Warhammer. Yeah, mine's in bad shape, though. It needs to be repaired. So, yeah. Probably go ahead and equip that one just because it's not bloody and is in better condition. Can't sharpen it. Oh, well. Anyway, one more to go to. The reason I'm doing these is because Ledechko is our location, so I figured might as well hit the ones that are near Ledechko, you know? And the last one we're going to is VII. That's, what, 6, I think? Anyway, I'm not great on Roman numerals. Alright, everybody, we are back again. And as you can see, my current location is once again above Ledechko. So, we have VI, which is the site in the woods over here with the charcoal burner stuff. The horse armor headpiece, which is right here. The one that had the hammer in it was over here. And then right above Ledechko, which is why I did these because they were all together, is right here at this spot. And you'll know it when you see it because there is a nice, not vegetable farm, I guess you can say planter, or it probably gives me a name of it when I get closer. But yeah, it's like a little garden. And right there is a treasure chest. Yep, there it is. Woodland Garden. That's what it is. It's a hard lockpick, so once again, you're going to need lockpicks and skills for it. I don't have any problem with it because of my skill set. Since I'm already a veteran lockpicker in this game, since I've robbed pretty much all of Scallots and got my skills up so high. But it looks like we got a Kernberg Cuirass. That might be better than the one I'm wearing right now, actually. I'll see that in a minute. Noble Shoes, which, by the way, I think the Dark Noble Shoes I have already, I think are better than these. Recipe for Moonshine. Sharp as a Knife. I guess it's a skill training book. St. George Sword. I think someone said that's the best sword in the game. I'm not sure. Unpopular Die and Groshen. So, let's take a look at our loot here. In fact, we'll take a look at all the loot. So, we found this in one of the chests. It's a 49 sword, pretty good. We found the Warhammer in a sword, or in a chest. St. George's sword definitely is powerful. It's 72 damage. Got 87 striking, 87 stabbing, but only 4 bludgeon. Eh, whatever. We got this hunting bow in one of the last episodes. This helmet is actually better than the one we have right now, which is crazy because the helmet we found in the last episode where we went treasure hunting was less than this one. So it was like, hey, this helmet's pretty good. And it's like, nah, this one's far better. 29 to 31 on stab resistance, 34 to 36 on striking, and 23 to 24 on bludgeon. So that's pretty good. The overall shield level, the defense level, is 17 out of 15 for the other one. So we'll go with that one. You know, bug face looking armor now. Bianca's ring, I already had that for a long time. Fashionable slippers is it's like an 8 and 15. I want to see what the horse had on him. Yeah, I want to check that out. 8 to 15, and over here, 8 to 15. Yeah, between the two of them, I definitely keep the Dark Noble shoes. Because these pointy slippers is, yeah. Oh, unfortunately, the Kuttenberg armor is less than the armor I have now. So I stole this armor, remember, from the blacksmith. It's a 4250 40. And this one's a 40-48 40. So they have the same bludgeon, but less on the other two. Necklace, let's see. It does bring up my charisma by 1. So yeah, we'll put that on to help boost me up a little bit. And these noble shoes, yeah, Dark Noble Shoes does an extra point of charisma compared to standard Noble Shoes. So, yeah, definitely the winner of the shoes so far. And then Silver Ring. Doesn't look like Bianca's ring is any less than the silver rings. So that's cool. So that's the materials we got from this area. I did get everything out, didn't I? Yeah. So that's it on the treasure chest for this episode. So if you're sticking around just for that, the rest of it's just going to be me doing the story mission right now. So I'll be back in a moment when I get done grabbing the horse. Come here. Grabbing the horse and getting to the job. How's it going, buddy? And welcome back. We just got done doing that other part. I really hope these episodes aren't too long or too short by comparison, because it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. You know, when you're running around and, you know, recording this part and that part, you don't really know how they're going to splice together lengthwise. So, yeah, I figured I'd go ahead and sell a few of the items off to lighten my load, the ones I don't need. So how's your inventory after I bought and sold stuff from you last time?
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Bug face. Let's ask about Reeky while we're here
Looking
first.
for a fellow called Reeky. You know him?
One thing I do like is the standard helmet.
He's the Tenor's son, isn't he?
Any idea where I could find
That
it?
helmet that's around his head,
I don't
it's
know.
the same
Try
type of
this
helmet we've
folks'
had since the
house.
beginning of the
We
game. It's
haven't
been
spent much
available
time.
since the very beginning. The upgrades that we're getting is only face armor. The helmet, it's just been the helmet. You'll know that the guy, the captain that's been training us, wears the exact same helmet without a face guard. Several soldiers, I've even owned and used one of these helmets already. The only difference is that face armor that he's wearing. Excuse my burp there. That came out of nowhere. Sorry about that. But yeah, the face armor is really the only benefit we're getting. Which I actually finds really cool because it kind of shows the detail of the game. It's like, hey, you know, they had a standard helmet and they just upgraded the parts that went over your face. You know, different styles for different things. Because, I mean, you can see the brackets on the side of the helmet where, I guess, another type of armor goes. And they got the head part right there in the middle. So, that's neat. I like it. Kind of a do-everything kind of armor. It's like, yeah, we got a helmet. Everybody has their own face guards designs they go with.
So you know this Hinnock. Can you tell me something about him?
This was probably why I burped earlier.
Not much, I confess. Most of the village folk avoid him like the plague.
Why is that?
He's a tanner. He just said he's a tanner's son.
No one with a nose likes spending too much time around tanners, and that reeky keeps bad company.
Unfortunately,
good word
I
said
smelled the tanning stuff, and I'm like, whoa, that does stink. I can only imagine a person whose whole profession is tanning back in the day, when you didn't have soap and water like we have nowadays to get rid of stuff. You know, it'd be like, oh man, that guy always smells, you know.
What can you tell me about the old crew?
So, I mean, we've learned that the
He's as cantankerous as a hog in a
tanners
thorn
are
bush.
kind
He won't talk to anyone.
of looked down upon because of how they smell. The same went for the coal burners. We learned that the coal burners didn't have very many friends. That the redhead guy was odd because he was friends with them because, well, they smelled like smoke because they were always burning, you know, firewood and stuff.
Why do they call Hinnock reeky anyway?
I wonder why. We just discussed that.
He's a tanner, isn't he? If you're ever downwind of him, you'll understand. Tanning isn't a trade for the weak of stomach.
True enough.
Yep.
But not every courier gets cursed with a name like that.
Hinnock's nature's no sweeter than his smell.
Why has he got such a bad name?
He was a good person to talk to. He had a lot of info.
Like his old man, he doesn't talk much to anyone. And then he's always skulking off somewhere. I heard he got a taste of the pillory in Rattay for thieving, and in Neuhof he got boozed up in the alehouse with his cronies, and they beat up some merchants.
So a bit more than high spirits.
Just so. We're all
Seriously, I
honest
want to get
folk
rid of the
here,
bug
with
helmet.
no
It's already
use for
starting to
the likes
irritate
of
me. I mean, some people probably find it cool, but I'm like, bugs.
Don't tell me there's not a single person who talks to him.
He's been seen around with one of the bathhouse wenches. Adela, I
I
believe
wouldn't
she's
doubt
called.
he tried to take a few baths, but I'm assuming it's for the other aspects of the bathhouses back in the day. Now, you know what I'm talking about. So give me a second, I'll go ahead and take care of all this.
In for your trouble.
My word.
Always
thank
glad
you,
to help a
Donald.
random citizen in need. Seriously though, by paying up, it's kind of like paying forward in that sense. You have the benefit of, when it comes to player reputation. We haven't spent much time in Lerdeco, the place that we're in right now. It was 50%. I've been here twice and bonus the merchants, and we're up to 54. So, you know, talking to the merchants, give them a little extra money doesn't hurt. It gives you a little bit better reputation. So consider that when you're playing. Well, you're in a hurry. And I think the scribe was over here. I need to talk to him real quick. Was it over here or was it another area? Nice pole, sir. That is a fine quality. Very... You going to play pool by any chance? It looks like a giant pool cue. Or pool stick, I mean. Where was that shop? I thought it was here. Maybe I was wrong. I don't see a bookstore. I was going to buy some new books. And again, maybe that's it over there. Oh, it's a bakery. Yeah, well. The benefit about being able to read in this game is the fact that, you know, for one, you can read. Number two, allows you to get skills and stuff quicker, I think. So which one of you ladies is friends with the tanner? You pro... I'm telling your wife right now, buddy. Well, hopefully it's you, because everybody else seems occupied. I really could use a good cleaning in this game, because my character has not had an official bathhouse bath. He's only bathing in,
So what you interested in?
yeah, he's only bathed in, troughs up until now. I mean, since the very beginning of the game, I have not gone to an actual bathhouse. To have a bath and launder my garments, that's what I need. I don't need healing wounds or the extra services, if you know what I mean. I see there's a shave and haircut option. That wasn't there before.
And my clothes need washing.
But of course.
My second playthrough, I've actually used the bathhouse for other reasons, and I tell you what, I'm not putting that on YouTube. I mean, I may not be monetized, but I definitely don't need that going on in my
I'm not giving you that.
my YouTube channel.
And how much are you willing to pay?
I'm giving you more! Ha ha! How about 10.5? I'll haggle you up.
Regret spending the money, I guarantee it. God bless.
Clean my armor extra well, please. There we go. Oh, look at that. He's extra shiny now. Oh, finally. Yeah, he's always had a bit of dirt sheen to him, and now he's like shiny. I'll probably end up using the bathhouse for cleaning up like this more often now. One of these ladies is probably the one I gotta talk to about the leaky guy, or not reeky.
And does no one at all talk to him?
Figure this might help figure out who it is.
That harlot Adela hangs around with him, of course.
Harlot?
Adela. So now we see
She
the name, we'll
works
know
as a
exactly who it
bathhouse
is.
wench. Same thing.
That worked out. I was planning on hoping that someone was going to give me a name. So I got to look for the name Adela. Then I'll know exactly which one it is that's going to be able to tell me with the information I need. Miss Adela. Are you going to sing us a song, Adele? Hold it. I need to see your name. Bathmaid. That's not her.
Hey, you there. Are you going to hang around here gaping like a stuffed squirrel all day and night? If you can't pay for a bath,
That's Adela.
What was that? What in the...
Come here. Miss Adela, I need to talk to you.
What the hell are you doing? Hey, look out.
Haha, I lured her out into the open. I should have realized the one who you couldn't touch or get close to would be the one I needed to talk to.
I heard you've been seeing Hinek, the tanner's son.
That was just
So
bad
what?
luck.
Come to preach at me, have you? That I'm a loose woman, a sinner, that I seduce decent men?
Nope. Not like that at all.
God, no, nothing like that. It's just that you're the only one in the village who sees Hinek, so I came to ask you about him.
Aye, I've seen him often enough, but I don't know what I could tell you about him.
The guys are sitting there bathing like, can you guys leave, please? Or at least him. You can come back, ma'am, but...
Where can I find Hinek?
I haven't seen him in the village for a few days. He must have run off to the woods again.
Does he do that often?
I've been in the woods already and
From time
found,
to
what, 3
time.
treasures and a helmet.
What the hell does he get up to there?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Look, Hinek's my friend, and I really need to know where he is and what he's doing.
I hit the wrong button,
But I
by the way.
already told you I don't know where he's got to.
So I suppose he just goes to the woods to pick mushrooms, does he?
Mushrooms, no. More like hares or other game.
He's a poacher,
So
okay.
Hinek is a poacher. That's no surprise.
Well, he was never much of one for an honest trade.
Do you know exactly where he goes? Maybe he has some favourite
Yeah,
spot he might
nowadays,
talk
to
about?
go in the woods and go hunting is just
He said he
whatever.
has some
But back in the day,
hideout
that
in the
was
woods,
considered
but he
poaching
didn't
since
tell
it's
me
the
where.
king's land. So I meant to hit S to go down, but I hit E because my fingers were off alignment.
When did you last see him?
A few days ago, he came to me late in the evening, drunk.
And that
Of
was
course.
unusual?
I never saw him drink much. He always came to me sober.
So he was
That would
acting
be different.
strangely that evening.
He was strange. I had the feeling he was afraid of something. He keeps prattling on and didn't seem to care about you know what.
The
So I threw him out
services.
and I haven't seen him since.
You probably shouldn't have thrown him out.
Can you remember anything he said that evening?
Oh, I'm not sure. He went on about some fellow called Lubosh who died. That he was regretting he ever got into it. But
He
never
knows
said
about
what it
Lubosh's
was.
death. We only just found
It
out.
wasn't worth it for the money. Aye.
See-
And then he was talking about the money. That was very odd.
What did he say about the money?
Just that he had a pile of it hidden behind his house.
I see. What did you say to that?
What could I say? He was drunk. He kept saying I was a fine girl, and other harlots wouldn't go with him even for money. And if I wanted, I could even take half the money and leave. Or he'd go with me, and we could get married and such. All just poppycock.
Or the sounds of a desperate man trying to find happiness. I mean, I can't really blame him. He might have been a tanner's son. He might smell bad, but that doesn't mean he can't find happiness.
Did you go there for a look?
No, I've got better things to do. Obviously he made it up. Where would a layabout like him get so much coin?
Yes, I
True.
understand.
But I happen to know this game has treasure chests everywhere. And bags and other things. I'm going to ask,
Did he
but
tell you exactly where he hid it?
He said he buried it at his father's small holding in the western corner.
All right.
that's not something you should tell anybody, because then it's like, oh, thanks for the treasure. I don't know if I want to find his treasure, because I feel like that's a bad thing to do.
Another thing about the money.
What is it?
Nah.
I need
Go
to know
that
more
one.
about that hideout.
That thing didn't
I
really
really
matter.
don't know where it is. I only know when he came back, he usually came to see me.
I see.
Lonely in the woods.
How did you know he'd been to the woods?
He always talked about what he caught, and he never came to me at other times. Probably didn't have the money for it.
Very true. If he's in the woods poaching and selling the meat off, then he would have money to actually spend.
He never told me straight up. But who could he sell it to? The innkeeper, I reckon.
That's what I'm going to
Makes
next.
sense.
For sure.
I'll go with his father last.
Do you know what route he took? At least the general direction. Anything that could help me find his hideout.
I think he usually went through the woodcutter's camp, 'cause he always brought me freshly chopped firewood.
He was
and he had
stealing
wood chips on
wood!
his boots.
Good. So at least I know where to start.
He's stealing wood while walking through the camp. This guy is a horrible person. He steals from the king by poaching. He goes to horse farms and causes chaos, and then he goes and steals from the woodcutters.
I got myself all worked up, and it's only a cat.
So I'm a cat now, apparently. So I got all worked up, and it was just a cat. So yeah, talk to him. It's also becoming evening, so I'll probably get a room too. Won't be easy to find Reeky in the lack of light.
Aye, true enough. God's millstones will grind you down.
He's over here. He or she is over here. You must be the innkeeper. Yep. No, circle that emblem.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
Let's go with the logical first step.
Can I sleep here?
No.
Aye, there's room here. For how long?
It's raining. We're all just sitting around, hanging out.
Just the one night?
I am a one knight. I make
Sure.
that joke too much.
Let's see your coin first. These are harsh times.
Pay it up. Always pay it up.
It's quite a lot. Can we
I mean,
discuss
let's
the
face it.
price?
I have the money to pay it up right now. It's not like I'm actually near broke. I got 17K. 17,000 is not a small amount of money for this era.
Like sleeping on a cloud it is.
So, if you have good money, feel free to do it.
What's happening around here?
Ah, you know how it is. Always something.
So we do
My
have a...
Platzek has started an archery contest here.
Ooh.
If you want to try your luck at winning a few groschen, you should go and see him.
We might have to
And
try our
by the
luck.
way, especially at the mill, not a week goes by without some ruckus there. But I'm wise to them troublemakers. Whenever they're planning some mischief, they're always huddled there in the corner, hatching their plots. Like yesterday, for instance.
Oh, jeez.
And there's more. Now I think of it.
Good grief, this guy has way
I've
too
seen
many
one nut out
missions.
here for some time. The local herb woman. She always comes here once a week for a tankard of ale.
I actually ran into
Turned
her
up recently.
when I was leaving
Well,
the
nothing happened to her.
the herb garden in the woods. I'm guessing that's her herb garden. I came across a woman sitting in a herbalist shop there, and I'm guessing that's the lady. So
I want to ask about the courier's son, Hinek.
But ask someone else. They have nothing to do with Reeky. It only drive my customers away.
Really?
see, that's
I heard a
unfortunate.
different story. I heard the two of you do business together.
Who are you anyway?
I am a knight.
A friend of Hinek's. He's gone missing and I need to find him.
I don't know where he is. But if you find the bastard, tell him he still owes me some goods.
I
I
don't give a
got the
damn what
skill.
deals you've been doing together. I won't tell anyone. I just need to know where Reeky is. It's urgent.
What have our deals got to do with where he disappeared to?
More than you think. It's likely Reeky is hiding out at his poaching lair. And believe me, it wasn't hard to find out who was buying game from him, and it's even easier to go to the castle and tell them. Poaching's a crime, after all.
The scandal.
All right. But give me your word of honor you won't tell anyone about our deal.
You have my word.
Back in the day, the word actually went pretty far.
So, what do you want to know?
I hear Hinek has a hideout in the woods he uses for hunting game. Do you know where it is?
Not exactly. That is... I don't know where it is at all.
But
But I happen to know it's a dark place. A cave or an old mine shaft.
how do you know that?
Whenever Reeky was going poaching, he always came to me first for candles and lamp oil.
That makes sense.
Most
You need to
games
be able to
seem
see what
run
you're
it,
doing.
So we had to have a light for that.
That's some good detective work.
How much game did he bring you?
Not much, a few pieces. There's no great demand here. Sometimes the gentry has something, otherwise it ends up in sausages.
And do you know of any mine shafts nearby?
There's a few of them around.
So we know it's past
There's
the
one on the
woodcutters,
opposite bank, shortly
and
off
it's
the
going to
path
be
leading from the forge
a
to the
mine
west.
shaft.
Then there's a mine gallery to the east of the village.
That's
up
a
in the
lot
woods
of 'em.
above the cliffs. And I heard there's one shaft on the headland close to the water.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna have to hit a bunch of
welcome.
these shafts just to kind of cover
But you
the
don't
whole
break your
area.
neck, though. It's rough ground, and you could easily fall down a shaft.
I will go to multiple shafts in between episodes and check them out. You know, also since they're probably not occupied, that means that I'll probably have access to loot and stuff. And I'll get all that stuff. And then when I figure out where he actually is, because it's probably pretty obvious by that point, I'll make sure to start recording again. I don't know if there's any more local treasures to get, but if there is, I'll try and do that first in the episode and then go get Reeky, like I did in this episode. Because I realize that the treasures are very useful, but they're also something that really should be put out there fairly early. And if I spend the entire game and don't go after any treasures, then it's been completely pointless up until that point, right? So that's why I'm trying to do them now. And I have been informed that on one of the websites that you don't actually need the treasure map to actually get the treasures. By that I mean using this guide that I'm giving you with each of these episodes and the treasures associated with them, you can actually go straight to the location without ever getting a treasure map and pick them up. Now, I've gotten a few treasure maps, so, I mean, it's not like it's something completely impossible to do without them. But I'm pretty much run out of treasure maps by this point, so any more treasure maps I do on this channel will probably, if I'm lucky, I'll get one. I still have one left I haven't done. I'll show you real quick. As a matter of fact, I just saw it. This treasure map is the only one I haven't done yet that I have. And can't see it. But apparently it's near the town, the same town that I got to get the crown from, that I have to check out for the stone, that I've never been to. I've never been to this town. I've checked it on the map, and I happen to know this town is like right over here. This is the town right here that I have never been to. And apparently the treasure chest is over here too. So there's 3 things we got to do there, but I'm not going to do it just yet. I'm at least going to try and find Reeky first, and then we'll take a trip over here and start trying to do some of that. But since everybody's gone to bed, we're going to go ahead and end this episode here. So thank everybody for stopping by and joining. If you like, hit that like, subscribe for future content. If you like it, leave a comment below with your thoughts and opinions. And like I said before, I am enjoying the current update because it actually bypassed the mod that I have on there. I don't need the mod anymore. Unfortunately, halberds, pikes, the polearm mod is disabled because of this update. So hopefully the mod creator, if you're watching this, will end up updating their mod to be able to allow polearms again. Because I got like my spear still in my inventory, and I don't want to pull it out because I know as soon as I pull it out, it's never going back in there. But yeah, you know, just got to wait and see when they update that. So once again, thank you everybody. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.